Hi, I'm John. And if you're watching this, it probably means you picked up my book, Stop Leaving Life on the Table. Thank you. There are a lot of books out there, and the fact that you have chosen mine means a lot to me. I didn't write this book because I have life all figured out. I wrote it because I spent a lot of years making mistakes and asking hard questions about purpose, direction, faith, work, relationships, and I wanted to put what I've learned into something practical. This video is just me walking you through the book at a high level, thinking of it like sitting down together for 15 minutes so I could say, here's what this is really about, and here's how to use it. So come along with me. Thanks. The phrase leaving life on the table comes from a business expression. We left money on the table, meaning we could have done better, we could have gotten more, but we didn't. Now, I knew that I was leaving life on the table, not getting everything I could out of it. And I was concerned that many other people might be doing the same thing with their lives, not because they're lazy or broken, but because no one ever showed them how to be intentional. This book is an invitation to stop drifting, to stop settling, and to start building a life on purpose. So if you've ever felt like life is moving fast, but you're not sure where you're headed or what you're supposed to be doing, you're not alone. So let's start where everything really begins. Before you design a life, you have to know the person doing the designing. We start with beliefs, what you believe about God, the world, yourself, and from those beliefs come your values. And from values come principles, how you actually live your life. Most people never slow down long enough to examine that chain. They just react. Then there are priorities, not what others tell you is important, but what actually gets your time, your energy, and your attention. Here's the hard truth. Your priorities are already on display. You don't have to guess them. You can look at your calendar and your bank statement. That'll tell you exactly where your heart lies. This section helps you get honest, not judgmental, just honest, because clarity always beats confusion. Once you understand who you are and what matters to you, the next question is unavoidable. No one builds a meaningful life in isolation. How you relate to God, your spouse, to your family, to your friends, and all of those relationships shape who you become. One of the simplest principles in this book is this: treat people like people. And another is that whatever is important to the people that are important to you should be important to you. And everyone needs to be heard, everyone needs encouragement, everyone needs to feel safe and valued. Success isn't self made, it is shared, and how you treat people will determine how your life unfolds, far more than talent ever will. Now, all of these things that we talked about here matters, but it still leaves us with the same question: what do I actually do with this life that I've been given? Okay, now we're really getting into where the book lives. You either build your life, the life that you want, or you accept whatever comes your way. The choice is truly yours. But once you know who you are and what is important to you, then it's time to look at your future. Design is a simple framework to help you take responsibility and build your own life. And instead of starting with where you are now, we ask a different question. What do we really want? We start with dreaming, and this matters. Most systems start with where you are, but I don't think that's the right place to start, because starting there limits you to the way things exist, the way things that are around you, the way you already see things. That puts limits on us, whether we want them there or not. We want to start with dreaming without constraints. Not just your career, but your relationships, your health, your faith, your generosity, your joy, your fun, your hobbies, everything. We want to see what that looks like in the perfect world that we envision. If nothing were off the table, what would your good life actually look like? And once you know where you want to go, then the next step is to be honest about where you are. There's no shame in being where you are. It's just where you are. And be proud of the fact that you are now looking to make it better, truer to the real you. At this point, we examine where we are now. We don't make any excuses. We don't have any shame. We just have the facts. This is where honesty becomes a gift. When you have gone through and examined this and you've looked at all of the different aspects of your life, all of the different things that you were dreaming about, you look at where they are today. And then you have two pictures in front of you, one of now and one of the future that you're looking for. Now, most people will skip the next step. The S in design stands for state the difference. You take those two pictures that we were just talking about and you compare them. How are they different? What's different between today and the future? How is it different? And get specific. If you're spending 10 minutes a day with your kids and you want to spend a half hour a day with your kids, or whatever the numbers are, in that situation, that scenario, 10 minutes and 30 minutes, you know the difference is 20 minutes a day. We're not trying to solve it. We're not doing anything with it. We're just identifying what is there. What is the difference between them? This is where we start to see things a bit more clearly. So you've looked at those two pictures. You found the difference between the two of them. So what are you going to do with that? Well, now's the time when we get to start creating ideas. We generate options. We don't fix anything, just generate options. There are no perfect ideas. There are no realistic, there are no unrealistic ideas. There are just ideas. No choosing, no judgment, just pure brainstorming. Think of everything you can think of, no matter how ridiculous it might seem. Because even the strangest of ideas can trigger an amazing solution. It makes your brain work different. You get stuff bouncing around there, and you come up with ideas you otherwise wouldn't have. Just let the ideas flow. Be creative. In this point, quantity matters more than quality. Just write them all down. Don't edit yourself. Just keep writing. Give yourself some good amount of time to do this too. Exhaust all the ideas you can think of. Did you find them all? Probably not, but you probably got most of them. You'll think of some other ones down the road, and that's part of the idea behind it all. So you get these ideas together. Don't start doing anything with them yet. Many people stop here and they just start using those ideas. But we're not going to do that. Now it's the time to choose. The G in design stands for game plan. It's when you choose your path. You're not going to choose perfectly. That's kind of the idea. But you don't need to. You just need a direction. You go through all of the ideas you came up with and you find which one is going to get you most going towards your direction. You can't do all the ideas you came up with, because if you lose that kind of focus, or if you lose focus and you try to do everything, then you're going to miss all of them. So you choose one. Choose the one that seems most likely to take you in the direction that you want to go. We can't see very far into the future, but every step we take makes our next step a little bit clearer. So you've chosen your first step. It's time to take action. So here's where it all comes together. The N in design. Now do it. The now is important, and the do it is important. The now is because now is the time you have the energy. You're fired up. You see your goal. You see your vision. You know what your future is going to look like. So now you take that first step. You spent all this time figuring out what you wanted and the best way to get there. So get off your butt. Take that first step. When you've taken that first step, you're going to learn some things, and you're going to be able to see the most logical next step. Is it straight ahead, or did you realize, no, this is a little bit different? So you have to kind of pivot a little bit. Each step you take is going to show you the next one with a little bit more clarity. And eventually you're going to get where you want to go. Don't wait until you have a perfect plan, because there is no perfect plan. But you make the perfect plan as you go. Do the first step today. When you have that one, you take the next step. Movement creates clarity. And you're going to repeat these steps for every area of your life that is important to you. Now, there are some places that people get stuck when they put this plan into place. This is called real life. This is called life happening. In section 4 of the book, we talk about using the design process in real life and how real life can affect that. Because any plan you make is not going to survive a bad attitude, poorly managed time, or financial chaos. Your attitude is a choice. Time is limited. You have to figure out how you're going to use it. Money is a tool to accomplish your goals. That's all that is for. The chapters in section 4 are not about perfection. They're about alignment. Your health matters, your growth matters, your learning matters. You have to keep growing. You have to eat right. You have to exercise. You have to read. You have to learn about whatever it is you're going towards, because you don't know enough to get to where you want to go, but you can learn it. If what you've been doing so far hasn't been working, well, maybe you need more motivation, or maybe you just need a better approach. So find what works for you. Not everything in this book is going to work for you. There are ideas. Maybe they'll generate other ideas for you. All right, a few final thoughts, things to keep in mind. I wrote the last section of the book while I was sitting beside my mother's grave, and writing in that place was important for this final part because it reminds me she was taken much too soon. And being there reminds me that we don't know how much time we have. So there's a few things that I want to make sure that you see clearly and that you make sure others around you also see clearly. First, you matter. There's never been anyone like you, and there never will be anyone like you. No one shares the same experiences, the same thoughts, the same hopes and dreams. You are unique, totally unique. Second, hard times are going to come. Some days, faith means that all you can do is tie your shoes and try to take the next step. And that counts. Just keep taking those steps. Keep tying your shoes. Keep getting out of bed in the morning. Because what you are doing matters. Third, you need other people. Find them. Keep them close. Things will break in your relationships. Patch them up. Make them better. Find a way to make it work. Don't close them off. And finally, build the best version of you that you can, and do it on purpose. My hope is that when your life is done, you'll be able to say, wow, what a ride. And I didn't leave any life on the table. You can do this.